Good morning, everybody. This is Dan Adventuring Today. Hope you are doing great. Thank you for being here. So we had a pretty decent sized snow for St. Louis last night. Now, I grew up in northern Indiana in the snow belt, and it's nothing for that part of the country to get 12 inches, 24 inches of snow, sometimes even just overnight because of lake effect snow. So, 4, 5, 6 inches of snow in St. Louis is really nothing for me, but this part of the country isn't real used to this kind of snow. But this snow did provide an opportunity for me to make a video and talk to you a little bit about two things. One, the black heater, and number two, about temperatures that the black heater creates and how it impacts your truck a little bit. So anyway, my watch says it's 24 degrees. My truck is saying I think it's 28 right now. So it's slightly below freezing. Probably not a morning where most people would plug in their black heater. But I parked this truck last night around 5 o'clock, and it didn't start snowing until about 9 or 10. So this engine was pretty cooled down by then, and you can kind of see the effects of what happens with the black heater. So, the black heater is not really heating the engine black, it's heating the coolant. And that coolant is circulating all throughout the engine. And so radiant heat gets moved around throughout the engine, especially if it's not real windy out. And a little bit of heat will radiate towards the battery and towards other areas, and I will show that here in a second when we get inside the vehicle. But if you ever see a truck in the morning that has icicles like this hanging off the front, you know that guy had his black heater turned on overnight. I just use a normal extension cord here. This is maybe a little bit, this is an outdoor cord, so it's heavier weight than something you'd use inside your house, and it works great. The black heater is going to typically pull about 8 or 9 amps, and so but you can just tell from the hood that this black heater's been on, because the snow, if you got, let's say, 4 inches of snow up here, and on the back of the truck where there's no heat, you can see that there's been heat here. I've not touched this hood. You're even seeing some of the heat radiate up into where the windshield wipers are. So, there might be some benefits there in helping clear the vehicle off in the morning and getting your wipers to work and so forth efficiently. But let's hop inside the truck real quick. So, the gauge on the temperature gauge on the truck says that it's 28 degrees, and so when you look at the temperatures though, and hopefully my camera can pick this up. Again, I've got this 8-year-old camera. I've got a new one coming here in a couple of weeks for Christmas. But so the temperature of the oil, and again, I apologize, I'm trying my best here to make this work, but the oil temperature is, and you can just trust me, is 52 degrees, again 28 degrees outside, so there's a little bit of heat radiating into the oil, but the coolant is at 118 degrees, 118, if you can read that. I really wish you could. 118, you can kind of make it out there a little bit. 118, oil temperature 52, and I've got my transmission temperature set here, that gauge set, and it's 41 degrees. So, what you're seeing happen is the engine black heater is doing a great job of heating the coolant, and some radiant heat is working its way into the oil. Now, this is a Power Stroke diesel, and let's say that it was a really cold morning. I mean, maybe it's 0 degrees or -10 or -20 outside. These vehicles are not going to generate very much heat until that oil temperature gets up to about 100 degrees. So any advantage that you can give the vehicle to get closer to 100 degrees the quickest will help create more heat inside that truck. And so the engine black heater primary goal or mission in life is to heat the coolant. Radiate heat does come into the oil, which then allows the vehicle to warm up a little bit quicker. So, maybe I've got you know, maybe a 20 or 25, 30 degree head start on a day like this. If it was 0 degrees out, I'd probably have a 40, 45 degree head start of what that oil temperature could have been without the black heater. Of course, you know, the major benefit of the black heater is to allow the engine to start easier on these really cold days. Now, listen, it's not cold out right now at all. I'm going to start the vehicle here, and you're going to see this thing's just going to fire right up without any problems. And so this isn't a real good extreme cold temperature test, but it just fires right up. So if the vehicle didn't have that black heater, probably for maybe a second, it would have had a little delay as the glow plugs got a little jolt of electricity to heat them up a little bit. But anyway, so that's just a quick short video on kind of what happens with the black heater on cold, snowy mornings. And like I say, if you ever see these vehicles that have bicycles sitting on the front, it's because the guy had the black heater plugged in overnight, or guy or gal. And you can kind of see here that it's just melting off in these cold temps. So anyway, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. This little short video there on the black heater for you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe and share this video with your friends. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.